let's get to the top 10 greatest Vegeta fights. Number 10. Trunks. As Vegeta's son, it was just a matter of time until the two butted heads, and boy, do they. However, of the feuds the two have gotten into, none stick out more than Vegeta versus Trunks in the Cell Saga. Coming out of the hyperbolic time chamber, both Trunks and Vegeta are looking swole and fresh as can be. The goal is no longer how do we defeat Cell, instead, Vegeta has actually rewritten the rules to how do we humiliate Cell. Unsurprisingly, this strikes a nerve with Trunks, given the nightmare of a life he's had, forcing him to fight as Ultra Super Saiyan. Vegeta's ego is now at Kanye level, so he disregards Trunks entirely.
Everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was, a god!
Assuming that the half Saiyan doesn't have what it takes to take him on. However, Trunks presses on, which ultimately leaves Vegeta soaking in the water, crediting his son with more willpower than he initially believed.
You stop me!
Number 9. Goku Black. Goku Black is exactly what you think he is. Well, maybe not exactly, but he's an evil Goku. Now, if you steal someone else's body and get all of their powers given to you, you could make the case that a prideful, more old-fashioned individual such as Vegeta may take that badly.
It became personal with me.
And you'd be right, Vegeta fights Goku Black with a vengeance. Yeah, part of it is to be able to fight Goku again, but more importantly, Vegeta is disgusted at the idea of someone else taking a Saiyan's power for themselves. So, what does Vegeta do? Well, he beats the living bejesus out of Goku Black and gives him a reminder on who wears the Saiyan pants around here. Spoilers, it's not Goku Black.
And you'll never learn to think like that clown!
Number 8. Kid Buu. For this fight, Vegeta has to not only accept that he isn't the best, but he knowingly has to let Kid Buu Yamcha him for 1 minute as he desperately awaits Goku to regain his strength.
Just do it!
This fight scene gives Vegeta the platform to go beyond his selfish desires and fight for the planet. All he has to do is survive past a minute. Easy, right?
I didn't hear no bell.
Not exactly. What follows is a severe beatdown as Vegeta gets tossed around like a ragdoll. The animation in this fight is stunning and perfectly conveys the brutal nature of Kid Buu. Vegeta gets choked, beaten down, and there's blood everywhere. Sadly, this is something Super would do less and less of, which is a huge shame given how much it adds to the scene. However, what we should remember is Vegeta is doing all of this while still having a halo, meaning if he's killed here, there's no coming back. He's gone forever.
Vegeta!
Number 7. Beerus. Beerus is a god. Case in point. The guy is not going anywhere. At this point, Vegeta has yet to reach Super Saiyan 3, but more importantly, he has designated Goku as the best.
You're better than me, Kakarot.
To sum up, Vegeta is seemingly peaked at this point and is doing everything in his power to keep Beerus happy. Bulma doesn't miss a beat. Beerus is being a nuisance, and she's not having it. She calls out Beerus for being such a horrible guest, and then slaps the god, triggering his trap card.
You triggered my trap card!
What follows is an iconic line and one of the reasons we all love Dragon Ball, the Rage Boost. Seeing his wife get slapped, Vegeta snaps and cranks his power to 11. The fight doesn't last long, but Vegeta is able to muster enough strength to surprise the god and force him to think twice before hitting his Bulma.
That's my...
Number 6. Frieza. Before we continue, one thing needs to be said. Vegeta should have been the one to kill Frieza in Resurrection of F. Frieza enslaved Vegeta's friends and family, and then ultimately kills them, then enslaved Vegeta to do his bidding. There's no question, Vegeta not killing Golden Frieza was a missed opportunity for his character's arc. Regardless, if we cycle back the clock to the Namek Saga, we get another brutal fight, this time between Frieza and Vegeta, where Vegeta believes himself to be the Super Saiyan. However, he doesn't seem to be any match for Frieza. Vegeta, someone I've labeled as one of the top villains in the series, not only sided with the Z Fighters to fight Frieza, but as we later come to find out, Vegeta was fighting for his people and fighting against the reign of terror Frieza represents. Vegeta recounts his horrors to Goku and warns Frieza that he will be the one to end his life. Sadly, Frieza cuts him off, ending the newly turned character's life.
But I'm a Super Saiyan. My battle instinct should be at their peak.
Number 5. Toppo. We caught a glimpse of Toppo's power in the exhibition match, but in this fight we find out Toppo is a candidate for God of Destruction. Toppo puts ideas of justice aside, goes full Lorax, and unleashes on Vegeta. At this point we know destruction energy destroys everything it touches, but Vegeta says nah. He reminds Toppo what happens to those that ditch their principles and their pride, punching right through the destruction energy Toppo unleashes. Then Vegeta pulls out his final trump card. It becomes clear what Vegeta is doing. He's going to sacrifice himself one more time time. I won't lie, the callback is great, but I think it cheapens the original sacrifice a little. If I'm being honest, while yes, this fight finished with a nostalgic bang, it doesn't look anywhere near the quality the original did.
Unlike you, I won't abandon all that to play God!
Number 4. Fat Boo. Speaking of the original, this fight is less of a fight and more of a statement. Vegeta has decided to fall victim to Babidi's magic for those sweet gains. He's killed countless innocents, sucker punched Goku, and now comes his shot at redemption to prove that he is worthy of the title, the Saiyan Prince. We don't know what is about to happen, but when Vegeta asks Trunks to come in for a hug, it doesn't sound great. He tells him to take care of Bulma, and he is proud of him before knocking him out to fight Boo. Vegeta calls out Boo, and what comes next is some of the most amazing animation the series has ever had. As the energy swells around the character, he explains he does this for Trunks, he does this for Bulma, and even Goku. He unleashes everything he has on Boo, giving us Vegeta's ultimate sacrifice.
To a Saiyan, pride is all!
Number 3, Broly. Did this fight have a buildup of emotions for multiple arcs? Nope. Did this fight do anything for the character? Did Vegeta grow? Nope. Did it look like the raddest thing you'd seen Vegeta do since Z? Oh my god, yes. This fight is definitely a movie fight, meaning that when it kicks off, it's just a movie about dudes fighting. But man, it's a really good one of those. Vegeta goes toe to toe with Broly and constantly is transforming each time Broly's rage increases. And can I just say, over the years and many different colors of Super Saiyan later, seeing Vegeta transform into Super Saiyan like this was so great to see.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Vegeta technically doesn't win in this fight, but he does lay down the foundation. And I think we can all agree, everything about this just looks incredible. Number 2, Super Saiyan Goku. This is personally my favorite fight Vegeta has ever been a part of. The animation is on point, the themes are all there, and Vegeta is on the cusp of trying to prove himself that he can finally beat Goku. He invokes Babidi to give him the energy he needs to don the Majin title to immediately provoke Goku into fighting him. Of the fights on this list, few are as creative and fluid as this one. We get light rings, slaps, and seismic shocks, all while Goku and Vegeta are rocking the Super Saiyan 2. It just looks wow. We want Goku to win because Goku's the main character and represents the right thing to do. However, we also want Vegeta to win because he's struggled for years trying to catch up and prove himself as the Saiyan Prince. Yet we get neither, as Vegeta ironically does the most dishonorable thing and knocks out Goku from behind. This fight was a roller coaster of emotions, but it was worth the 20 or so episodes it took to go through.
I've waited so long. But now the moment has arrived!
Honorable mentions. Android 19. Vegeta is no doubt cocky, but having him rush in and surprise not only the androids, but the viewers with the third Super Saiyan transformation in the series, Android 19's chances at survival just got a whole lot worse. Semi-perfect Cell. Vegeta has ascended to Ultra Super Saiyan and utterly shreks Semi-perfect Cell, but that isn't enough. The fight is the perfect example of what happens when Vegeta's ego exceeds his pride, causing him to let Cell transform for the sole purpose of having a more worthy adversary. Dodoria. We knew Vegeta was ruthless, but I can still see Dodoria's arms being twisted behind him to this day. Dodoria pokes the bear, and to pay for it, Vegeta tells him his death won't be for his race or his planet, but because nobody puts Vegeta in a box. Now, number 1. This is the one that started it all. This was the fight that really gave Dragon Ball Z a run for its money. This is a fight for the planet, a fight of technique, and a fight that ultimately pushes each character to the very end of their limits. Vegeta and Goku clash, forcing Goku to use the Kaioken technique to push his body beyond his normal capacity. This back and forth continues until Vegeta uses an artificial moon to level up to Grade Ape. What happens next just seems painful. Vegeta starts here as a villain, and while that won't change for a while, it becomes clear that this first fight begins the dawn of a rivalry that's bigger than anyone could have ever expected. This fight is the start of what Dragon Ball would become, the turning point for Vegeta's character, and one of the most iconic fight scenes the series has ever had. And that's why Vegeta's first fight with Goku is the greatest fight Vegeta's ever had.